Good evening, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Uncommon Sense with Jose Negron. Now, for the benefit of those of you who are not familiar with the channel or are watching this channel for the very first time, the reason why it is called Uncommon Sense, it is because on this platform, we talk about everyday issues where we try to seek logical solutions. However, not everyone uses logic. So, for that reason, it is called uncommon sense. I just want to let everybody know that I'm currently live on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. As always, I just like to give a huge shout out to all the people who have subscribed to my channel. Um, Last Sunday, I actually made 100 subs. Thanks to your support and love, I now have 110 subs. And I just want to say thank you very much for all the love and support that you're giving. Thank you for all the people who constantly watch my material on a regular basis. But what's even more important, that now more of my viewers who watch my content are return viewers. So I'm going to ask that if you have not done so, please like, subscribe, and hit the bell notification to all. So therefore, whenever I do go live, you will have the opportunity to either watch my content live or watch it on the playback. And if you've been looking at my my channel lately, you will see that I loaded images um, from Philadelphia. This week, I'm in the city of brotherly love, attending the 2022 ASME convention, which is the American Federation of State and County Municipal Employees. So, all throughout this week, I'm going to continue to load images of places where I'll be going, images from the convention floor, also images with some of the members of my SSEU Local 371 family, which is my union family. So I'm going to ask everyone, if you have not done so, please subscribe, like, hit the bell notification to all, so you'll be informed whenever I produce content. In a few minutes, I'm going to put in the link in the chat to give everyone an opportunity to join the panel, to share their views on tonight's topic. Also, you're more than welcome to enter your comments in the chat. What I do ask is please be respectable. If you're going to disagree, okay, that's perfectly fine. But let's disagree with a certain amount of decorum and a certain amount of respect. The last live stream I did, I had to actually block some people because some people were putting inappropriate comments in the chat. And also, I have to delete some comments because people enter inappropriate comments on my YouTube page. So let's just, be respectable. And if my content is not your cup of tea, that's not the end of the world. There are hundreds of thousands of YouTube creators when you can go and you can sample their content. Now, I just want to acknowledge the fact that there are currently 4 people watching the stream. And I just want to say thank you very much. Let me just give you okay. Okay. The lighting. Okay, I apologize for the lighting because it's okay. So as you can see, this is my room that I'm staying in. Okay. And this was, and also, oh, I see we have a comment. Just give me a moment. Good evening, Don Armando. Uh, Always a pleasure to see you in the chat. And I do believe that you're going to have another live stream on Friday. So I'm going to ask everyone, if you have not done so, please subscribe to Donna Mungo's channel. I think you're going to find that his content is very educational and worth your time and effort. So now we have 5 people currently watching the stream. Now we're going to have another episode of What the Heck This Is. Now, I never thought that this person would be a third time recipient of the What the Heck Award, but lo and behold, this person is. And I'm talking about the one, the only sacrifice. Now, as of last week, I thought everything was cool between me and this individual. However, on GG String, someone named Marcus brought it to my attention that Zacharias on this podcast was continuing to talk crap about me. So I asked Gigi if this was the real Zacharias or if this is a troll. Because, people do troll and pretend to be other creators. So he acknowledged that he's a troll. And the reason why he was talking smack about me because I was talking about him behind his back, which was not true, of course. And then he decided to get cute and say that he was going to try to disrupt this channel. Zacharias, that's not going to happen. Because I control who gets on the panel and who does not. And thank you for your interesting comments, because now you've been banned permanently from appearing on my platform. And Zacharias, with all due respect, if you're going to continue to spread the narrative that I am racist, produce the receipts or shut up. And that's all I'm going to say on the subject. And hopefully this will be the last time I'll be talking about this individual. So that being said, we're going to get into the topic, which is let us discover the biracial and multiracial people. Now, the reason why I decided to discuss this topic, it is due to the fact that we have individuals that there's a great deal of misunderstanding as it pertains to the biracial and multiracial community. Now, let me just give you a definition of someone who's biracial. Biracial means two racial backgrounds or groups. In other words, a person can have one parent that's Black or Indian, and the other parent can be white. Okay, and I see there's another comment. Yep. So that's the definition of biracial. All that means is more than two ethnic backgrounds. That's all it means. Okay. Just give me, okay. More than two ethnic backgrounds. So it could be, as offspring could have one parent that's biracial and another parent that belongs to a different ethnic group. So therefore, the offspring is going to be multiracial. So that's the reason why we're having for the definition. And unfortunately, there is a great deal of misunderstanding as it pertains to biracial and multiracial people. And I hope that um, people from the biracial and multiracial community will come to the platform, so therefore they can share their own personal experiences as it pertains to them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to read an article from a publication called The Conversation, and the article has to do with biracial Britain. And the reason why we're having this discussion, I'm sharing this information because this is not just a situation that occurs in the United States, but it also occurs in other so-called Western nations. Let me just read to you the article. Mixed race. What all this mixed race nonsense? If you're not white, you're black. So said a legendary black British broadcaster to Sandra Katwala at Mixed Race Britain, an interview for my new book, Biracial Britain, during a conversation that I had on identity. Katwala has an Indian father and Irish mother with no black roots of which he is aware of. When he pointed this out, he was asked why in that case, he didn't simply call himself Indian. Was he ashamed of his Indian roots? The exchange typifies the kind of social reality mixed race people know all too well. One combines a binary way of thinking about identity, and the right model racial society confers on itself to tell mixed race people how they should identify. Um, the notion of a standalone mixed race identity that is not an offshoot of one of the more familiar identities such as black, white, or Asian is not something monoracial Britain and the wider world takes seriously yet. Yet Barack Obama has asked to be called the first biracial president of America. Many would have frowned in confusion. First black American we get, but first biracial president? What's this all about? And just for your own personal information, uh, Barack Obama had a parent that was African American and a parent that was white. So he was biracial. In Britain, Meghan Markle's racial identity sparked a national debate, even though she herself explicitly stated back in 2015 that she identifies as biracial. American new Vice President Kamala Harris has presented a unique challenges to identity pronouncers in that she's even less understood kind of mixed race, one with no white parent in the background. The default has been mostly labeled her as a black woman. Okay, and we have the presence of Melanie Knight. Good evening, sir. Thank you very much for stopping by. And then we have Don Armando saying, well, he was African. Well, technically, his okay. One parent was white, and the other parent was African American. That is my understanding. That is like an all-white panel discussion what blackness means, or vice versa. Historically conditioned by the need to survive in societies divided by single racial groups, mixed race people have rarely contested this imposition. Instead, we simply adapted to whatever identity labels those around us has decided to assign us, or which have emerged as a result of historical interracial conflicts. Now, this is where it gets a little controversial. A classic case of being the one drop rule drained by white American segregationists, which pronounces a person with any black ancestry as black in a bid to harden racial boundaries and to foster an excess of whiteness. And I see here we have the presence of Reese and the Introboricua. Good evening, sir. It's a pleasure to see you. What I'm going to do is I'm going to drop the link and I'm going to put it in the chat. If anyone wishes to join the panel, they're more than welcome to do so. And I see right now we have 11 people watching this stream. And I just want to say to every one of you, thank you very much. The, though no longer a law in any American state, the idea continues to shape perception of people with black ancestry in the US and other white majority societies. It is a key reason Obama was effectively left with no realistic choice to identify him as a black, a fact he acknowledged in a 2007 interview. Okay, let me just put this down. During my research, a process which involves conducting interviews with mixed race Britons of various ages and racial backgrounds, I got the sense that attitudes are shifting, that mixed race people are tired of playing constant defense on identity and feeling more confident to assert the identity that they feel rather than simply accept whatever society assigns them. And we have my cyber daughter. Good evening, Denise. It's always a pleasure to see you in the chat. And I'm glad I was able to get at least part of your interview with Art. I'm sorry I didn't catch the whole thing. I'll have to catch the part where I missed on the playback. Okay. Okay, well, they're watching the link. They're more than okay. Anyone, and I'm going to repeat this again. Anyone is welcome to join the panel. All I ask is please keep it respectable. Because what happens if that doesn't happen, you will be blocked. It is that simple. No. Let me just get rid of it. And okay, oops. You're quite welcome, Denise. Okay, and let's see. Okay, so before I let my guests in, I'm going to state disclaimer. The views of the guests who appear on the platform are not necessarily the views of those of the host of the channel. Any attempt to copy the material without the consent of the host of the channel is prohibited. By appearing on the call, you waive your right to the images on the channel. Some of the views that people might hold may be considered offensive to some people. Anyone that appears to be under the influence of alcohol or drugs will be removed from the panel. If you don't like the content, you can block the channel. And now we're going to bring in.
Hey.
Just give me a moment.
Hey.
Okay. Good evening.
Good evening. It was great meeting you yesterday.
Okay. Good evening.
Good evening.
I
You
think
hear
you're
me?
muted. Yeah, I can hear you now.
Uh, all right.
Okay, you seem to be kind of choppy.
All right.
Okay. Okay, let's try that way. So, good evening, sir.
Good evening. How's everything?
Everything's fine. How are you doing today?
Yeah, I'm good. I just relaxed. My cat and dog is somewhere, so just relaxing.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. You know what? This is this. I'm like, yo, that's the home. That's the troll. Shout out to Timazuna.
Okay. You know what? We're not going to discuss that here. Okay. Um, I am aware that there's issues going on with um with the golden spear. Uh, we're not here to get into all that stuff. So I would rather discuss, um, some of the some of the challenges that biracial and multiracial people deal with. So yeah, well, you know what? Life is too short to going over stuff that it's not worth any time. So, Amanda, what do you think about the subject?
I mean, the subject is good because there is a lot of misconceptions about, I guess, nowadays who should be considered biracial and who's not biracial.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, you know what? I saw the whole thing, and it's best not said. And I just want to acknowledge the fact that Blazing King is on the chat. Good evening, sir. As always, a pleasure to see you in the chat. And let's see, we got someone. Okay, one more comment like that, you're gonna be blocked. I'm letting you know right now. One more comment like that, you will be blocked, and you'll be the second person forever banned from this platform. If you don't have anything constructive to say on the subject, then shut up. I'm sorry. It's just that unfortunately, you know, people just want, they don't have anything intelligent to add to the conversation. Go ahead, Don Armando. Don Armando, are you there? Okay, you're muted, sir. Okay. What I'm gonna, yeah, you know what? It's just what, and enough is said. Okay, this is this is a channel for adult, mature conversation. So, uh, Don Armando, if you're still listening, the link is back in the chat. Uh, I just want to acknowledge the fact that it's 11 people viewing the stream, and I just want to say thank you very much. What I will do is I will continue sharing the information that I have. The last census produced in 2011, a full decade ago, recorded over 1.2 million mixed race Britons, almost double the number it listed in the 2001 census. Okay, and now we're gonna have The introvert Boricua. Good
Hey,
evening,
Don
sir.
Jose, ¿cómo está? ¿Cómo está? Thanks for letting me on your panel.
Muy, you're welcome. And welcome to the Golden Sphere.
Nah, don't start with that, Don Jose. No, I don't want to be part of the polar bear temperatures. I don't want to be sharing into that. I mean, I can manage just fine down here with the little warm weather that we're having. I mean, it's only 100 degrees right now, so it's not bad.
Okay, well, let's
So
see. Let's see what. Yes, Spain is a country. Okay, so I don't know what issue you have with Spain, but hey ho, it's your opinion.
no, it's because of something that I said that the troll, the one that had to be timed out, is most likely one of the Spain worshippers. I mean, the ones that want the Spanish Empire to make a comeback. It's one of the ones that are all that have this jealousy of us Puerto Ricans. I mean, maybe because we actually have an identity, and this dude wants to say otherwise, but he can't possibly have an identity. He doesn't even use an avatar. I mean, he can't even spell a name for his channel, so he better not say anything about somebody else's identity.
Well, guess what? 1844. You are now the second person forever banned from being on my platform. Congratulations, fool.
Oh well.
I'm
Armando, are you
sorry.
around? Come back.
Yes, by all means, join us and join the Golden Sphere.
Oh no. Nah.
Uh, but right now I'm in the city of brotherly love. So, I don't know if you noticed any of the short videos I posted on my channel.
Okay. Yeah. I saw a little something in which you were talking about where you at right now. So you're spending you're there for work or vacation or
Okay, actually, me and 79 members of my local are attending the convention of the American Federation of State and County Municipal Employees. So that
ah.
convention occurs every 2 years. So,
Oh, I see.
um,
I see.
so, um, so I'm here in Philadelphia for a week for that purposes. And I had a nice day. I actually went out to lunch with some members of my union family. And
Mhm.
yesterday, I was blessed by the presence of the one and only Don Armando himself.
Cool. That's all right.
Okay. Uh,
Most dangerous city in the world. You sure?
are you sure about that, Reese?
You sure agree? Most dangerous city in the world. No, got my doubts. I don't think that's what it is. That's what it is.
Okay.
I mean, because
Now,
there could be an argument. There could be an argument for like New York City or Chicago. I mean, what happens in the
uh,
weekend? They don't say
uh,
that so much about Philadelphia. Yeah.
No, Denise, I have not because the problem is I don't. I mean, I know there's like 20 billion places to go to get a cheesesteak. I'm just don't know where to get it.
Yeah, it
And
has to.
she now,
Yeah, but it has to be like the real thing, the very greasy ones that you can see through the bag because it's so greasy. You can see the sandwich through the bag.
okay.
No, that's what I'm
You know
saying.
what I,
Maybe
you know,
it
you
is
know what,
St. Louis. Mhm.
you know what. I don't know about St. Louis, so I would prefer to reserve my comment on that.
Hmm. No,
Okay.
I mean
No,
St. Louis is one of the. It is one of the worst. I mean, I understand that there is also places like New Orleans. I don't think Chicago is even in the top 10. There are several other places. I don't think. I don't know about Philadelphia.
okay. Now, now she
Mhm.
says St. Louis is called the murder capital of the world. People are fleeing the city for a reason. Well, you
Mhm.
know what? I've never been to St. Louis, so I don't want to make a comment either way.
Armando,
Good.
you
Welcome
could.
back, Donna
Hey, how
Armando.
you doing? Yeah, I
Yeah.
had to do a little bit something, so I'm back.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Try and mute your tab because we can hear it. There is feedback.
Okay. Now, Kingston, Pennsylvania is close though. I don't know too much about Pennsylvania, so you have me at a disadvantage, daughter. So, I
Yeah, but
thought some.
that's not.
I know
Mhm.
that Kensington is a hood in in Philadelphia, and trust me, nobody wants to go there.
Oh, okay.
Okay, no problem.
But I do know that there's a Kensington, PA. But I think that's not. I don't even know if it's near Philly. So
Okay, question: Does anyone?
Armando, you have
yeah,
to close the YouTube tab on your device because we can hear. We're having echoes.
I did close it.
Okay, we can still hear. I can still hear myself.
Oh well, I know that I did close the tab. I mean,
Are you sure you don't have another one? Okay. Well, I can't hear myself now. Okay,
Okay,
maybe you're good. I think you're good. You're good.
what's this, Denise?
Who? Who do you mean? Who's the gringo here? I'm the blanquito. Is that what you're saying?
Maybe she's referring to me.
No.
Okay, well, you know what? I don't know too much about Philly, so I don't want to say yay, nay, or whatever. So let's let's see if we can bring Don Armando back.
Hmm.
yeah,
Okay, and let's see.
Yeah, maybe you're good now.
We have.
Yeah, let's see. Well, we'll go. Oh, I see. I see. Oh, sorry to read about that.
Oh, you know what, Denise? I'm so sorry about your cousin. I really am sorry. Maybe that's the reason why you feel that way. And let's see.
yeah, yeah. It's like there is no Kensington, Philadelphia, Kensington, Pennsylvania. It's actually Kensington, Philadelphia. And it's a neighborhood in within Philadelphia, and it's been and a lot of people been dying because of fentanyl and such.
Okay, you know what? Okay, first of
Kick them
all,
out.
um, look, I'm not going to discourage people that's going to that just share their sad situations. If you don't like it, you're free to depart. But let's continue on the topic because everyone wants wants to try to run my channel. I mean, so as I was saying, the last census was conducted in 2011. A full decade ago recorded that 1.2 million mixed race Britons, almost double the number it listed in the 2001 census. This itself is likely to undercount and undercount as not all the children of mixed marriages would have been ticked in one of the mixed categories. An analysis by Alita Nandi of Essex University and Lucinda Plant of the London School of Economics suggests the true figure today could be 3 times as high. Okay. So now the reason why I discuss Okay, Denise, thank you very much. Your comment has been observed and appreciated. Yes, everybody, please hit the like and hit the bell notification to all. So therefore, whenever I do prepare content, you will have the opportunity to catch it live or to catch it on the playback. So, Ramon, any observations regarding the mixed race or biracial community?
Well, there was a moment in which I heard something being mentioned about the former president, Barack Obama. And it's true. I mean, he may have been called the first black president, but that wasn't technically true. I mean, he did have a white mother, and and his dad being from Kenya, so that would make him biracial. But he always identified. Apparently, he always identified with being black. So that's basically how he was seen, and he was treated as such, particularly by the detractors and the GOP and all. He was definitely treated like that. So to a lot of people, in a lot of people's mind, there is still such a thing as the one drop rule. So I mean, he was still uh, being described as a monkey. He was still being called the N word. He was still being treated as a lesser. Um, so I guess the whole one drop rule mentality is still alive and well, because there is no official classification, from my understanding, in the government when it comes to somebody uh, who is racially mixed, right? I understand that in a place like in the United Kingdom, I think that that is more of a thing, but not over here, at least not from what I have seen. So that's why, well, maybe I just concentrate more on identifying with the part of being Hispanic, particularly being Puerto Rican, whether somebody thinks that we are not real Hispanics or not. Because I know there's somebody who is watching thinks that we're lesser, we're the lesser types, and those, what they need to do is to hurry up and move to Spain. I mean, because I know that they're reminiscing about a time in Spain when it was still an empire, even though it hasn't existed in over 100 years. But they're reminiscing about a time that they did not live in. So they need to move to Spain.
Okay.
What the hell are they waiting for? Yeah.
Okay. Now to address Denise's question, okay, I didn't want to get into this topic because it's so
And
controversial.
I think it will only be fair if we were to get into that, if we have a member of the actual Golden Sphere, if they want to share that, because anything less than that will make us a bunch of bochincheros. And like, come on, come on, we are grown men. We don't do bochinche.
Yeah, you know what?
That's not our thing.
You know what? I agree. All I know is that there's been some lot of controversy over on that side, but I
Mhm.
would rather have some of the parties involved so
Right.
they can share their point of view. Um,
Yeah.
so that because I don't want it to appear like I'm taking sides in this
Hmm.
situation, and it's certain things not to get involved with.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, well, I mean, the one of them will be more than welcome to come up and and share, because I saw a little something. I saw a little something this morning also, but I don't feel like I'm free to make a comment on that. So
So did I. Well, okay.
come on, Danny, you're trying to get us to do bochinche. That's not. Come on up. You can do the bochinche if you want. If they come after you, you know how it goes. We're not trying to do bochinche here. La comay.
Okay, you know what? Looks like someone is. Okay. Okay. With all due respect, Denise, I don't think it would be a good idea uh, to discuss this topic in the open air. Um,
Not on
necess-
a broadcast. Yeah.
no, not on a broadcast. I mean, this is something that's more appropriate in the backstage. So that means you're gonna have to be on the panel.
La cola. La cola. Nah. We're not doing that. It will be
But
inappropriate. I mean, we have established a decent rapport with some of the members of the Golden Sphere, so we're not trying to mess that up. I mean, they have been accepting of us, so
yeah,
it's only fair. Yeah.
I agree. Now, guess who's been permanently banned from the platform?
Two.
Do they matter?
I think they don't.
No, no, no. I mean, like a little, like a joke here and there, like trolling or something like that. But when they start talking about us Puerto Ricans not having our identity, and I know it has everything to do. It has everything to do with Denise because these guys are fans of hers and they are thirsting for her, and because she's not giving them any attention or whatever, then they have to talk shit about us Puerto Ricans in general, us being kowtowing to Black Americans and things like that. But I know what's that about. I know what's that about.
Yes, daughter. It's the one and only.
It, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I wouldn't be addressing that too much and mentioning names because all we're doing is making them more important.
Yeah. Well, you know what? The whole look. Okay, let's see now. Let's see what Denise has to say. Uh,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, you know what? I'll DM you with all the information, okay? Unfortunately, I lost my cell phone, and which means I also lost her contact number, so I'm gonna have to DM her. But let's get back to the topic, which is the biracial and multiracial community. Part of the problem they deal with is how to identify themselves, because you have
Mhm.
people who are forever identifying who they are.
Mhm.
Okay, what's this, Denise?
Yeah. You already highlighted.
That's funny.
Yeah. You already highlighted that part.
Yeah.
Denise, be careful because I do have the changleta here with me, warmed up in case she misbehave.
Mhm. The omega 3.
Well,
No.
that's basically. Uh, no, there's certain things I choose to forget, Denise. It's not because I'm forgetting. There's certain things I choose to forget. That's something different. Oh, daughter, you're talking smack now, okay? Why don't you join the platform and stop being this keyboard warrior?
Yeah.
Ya, te van a dar pan pan, Denis. Te van a dar pan. José te va a dar pan pan.
Oh
Mhm.
boy, I see the trolls are out here tonight. So
Yeah.
anyway,
Yeah.
anyway, but
Okay, so who is Rabbi Finkelberg? Hmm.
probably some person that maybe he's a disciple of Zacharias.
Oh, here we go. Yeah, this is another one of the Spain worshippers. I'm gonna have to assume. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Oh,
Um,
yeah. This is somebody who is somewhere in the northeast, assuming that all of us Puerto Ricans are the same. This is somebody who has never traveled, who has never been to the island, because everything that this so-called Finkelberg is saying, that's a bunch of BS. I mean, there are people that just don't travel.
uh,
yes, and I
that,
think
that, that, that,
these.
that, that's sad.
Go ahead.
No,
I mean,
Afrocentric extremists, like, what the hell is that? What does that mean? Does that even mean? Just because we don't go around hating on them, that doesn't make us like uh, Afrocentrics. I mean, it's just those extremes. Like, as if we have to prove something to anybody.
I mean, to me, I don't know the Spain centric dudes or anything like that. I think they're just idiots. And I'm not saying all of them, but I'm just saying some of them. Like, say this: if you have like maybe 300 or 400 years within the country, right? And then
Mhm.
on top of it, you want to talk about the history and everything like that. Unless you're rich and you actually have documents of who your family was and everything like that, your their Spain worship is not gonna be nullified because in certain aspects, some Spaniards didn't even keep records on the people in the colonies, quote
Mhm.
unquote.
Mhm. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
so therefore, if it, what I think what's happening is that people they see maybe the modern success of Spain and Portugal, right? Because they're under the Eurozone. So since they're in the Eurozone and you see a lot of Hispanic immigrants actually going there, some of them are being discriminated and then some of them I guess they make a life out there and they send money and stuff. Now that's where you see this it's not really a new philosophy, but you seeing this philosophy being revamped on on everything Spain or whatever the case may be. When the fact is, half of these people, I'm just saying, the Hispanistas who are not rich, they don't even know what Spain is about. And then second of all, they do not have the facilities to watch Spanish newscasts. The only thing that really ties Latin America to Spain is the Royal College of Spanish. So therefore, every rule that that we have, like in the language of Spanish, it
Mhm.
goes through Spain. Like for example, like back in the day, certain people, depending on what country you come from, they say doble or they say doble. I
Mhm.
seen
Mhm.
everybody they mentioned they say doble. But I remember when I was growing up with my mother, she always said doble.
Mhm.
So
Hmm.
Yeah,
therefore,
I've said either or as different points at certain times. I have said either or. I just don't recall. It's not really that big of a deal. We know which letter are we referring to.
yeah. But I'm just saying, like, and then there's certain things within the alphabet that I've seen that have changed, but it
Mhm.
actually always have to go through the Spanish court, the Royal Spanish Court of Spanish, or something like that. I might
Yeah,
not be saying the right, I might
right.
not be the right word for it, but there's there is something in Spain that actually governs all the language of Spanish.
Yeah.
And
I don't remember. I don't remember. It's, the acronym is R um RAL, something like that. It has to do with the Royal Academy of Languages in Spain.
yeah,
So I don't know what the exact name is for it, but it's regulated by them over there. And whatever they decide apparently filters back to whatever. I mean, that's the only reason why I say that I'm Hispanic, because it's because of language. But that doesn't mean that I see myself as a Spaniard. In there have been Puerto Ricans that haven't seen themselves as a Spaniard since the 18th century because of the criollos. The criollos that were born in Puerto Rico, they saw themselves as many of them, not all of them, many of them, that were starting to see themselves as something else, not as a Spaniard or some other type of European. So we're seeing ourselves more as Puerto Rican, and even my understanding is that Roman Valdoriotti de Castro in the 19th century, specifically in his writings, specifically said, "We are not Spaniards, we are Puerto Ricans." So there is already a history of us being aware of who we are.
I mean, to me, is this. It's funny because you have certain. It's like, okay, as far as as far as people being Dominican, I mean, historically we cut our ties. I'm saying that as far as we fought in 1844, Dominican Republic fought against the Haitians. Yes, but in 1865 we fought against Spanish rule. So if 1865 we went up and we sealed whatever connection rulingly that we have with Spain. Why is it that you have some nuanced Dominicans that are actually trying to rewrite our history and try to put Spain into everything, when the fact is, if you actually look at the culture of the Dominican Republic, it's it's the three things, just like Puerto Rico. You have Spaniards, you have the Taino population, and then you have African influences. And it's going to the point now that you have some of these Hispanistas that are trying to diss people who are of Afro Dominican origin. So therefore they could make their point how should I say, stand to say that they're that, oh, this country is Spaniard. There's nobody who's black. I'm like, what history books you're reading?
Which only shows that they don't travel if they say something like that. Because I have been there. I have been there a few times, and I know that that's not true.
Excuse me, I just want to read these comments. Ramon, you are a Spaniard, and it's better that you accept it soon. And to do you, Don Armando, you're also a Spaniard, and you better repent and accept who you really are today. But then again, so you two guys are Spaniards, and I'm the gringo.
Yeah, because you speak English. I mean, you are English because you speak English first. I mean, you did learn some Spanish, but because you're an English speaker, you're a gringo.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, but you can't explain it to them. You can't explain it to them. The needs. I mean, let's not even try it. Okay, somebody trolls you, answer them something, and tell them something about their lack of identity, because they're the ones that are lacking identity. It's not us. I mean, we know who we are.
Okay. Whoa. What's she saying? You are a full-grown gringo, Jose, except the Yankee.
You're a Yankee. Uh-oh.
You see this sneaker? Okay. I'm going to throw the sneaker, and you're going to be crying.
Watch it.
So watch it.
You're going to get pang.
And remember, you said that I can hit you whenever you misbehave. You said it. I didn't. You did. And I'm old. So that means I can get away with it. How's that? So put that on your pipe and smoke it.
Girl.
Okay, well, you know what? You're gonna become
Girl.
95. You're gonna live to be 95 years old, and you're gonna be living in Parkchester.
I
Oh,
mean, Parkchester is actually a good place to live. I ain't gonna front. The only thing is
Thank.
though, which I can't really it's like when I was living in the Bronx, right? And I used to go to every time like either Steppins, the Zaros is where it used to be, is where the Boston Market is at right now. Well, I never eat there because Boston Market don't know how to spice anything. And
I can imagine.
no, it's like it's funny because when Boston Market actually first came out, I was a teenager, and ever since, and to me, I could pass around the Boston Market, but ever since my bad experience, I don't eat there because their chicken is bland. That's my
Mhm.
thing. I haven't eaten it in 20 something years, but
Well, the
I could
last time I
imagine.
ate, well, the last time
Mm.
I ate in Boston Market, I had to go to the bathroom a lot.
Um,
Yeah, the thing that we can't just add hot sauce to it because that's not our thing. I mean, but yeah, certain places or like and Tom Tom's. Sometimes I got myself some roasted chicken, but it didn't have any flavor to it. I'm like, man, I wasted money on this because it looked so good, but it didn't have that much of a smell to it. And I thought that it was only because it was in a sealed bag. The chicken, the roasted chicken, was in a sealed bag, so that's why I couldn't really smell much. It was only because of that, I thought. But when I actually tried it, I realized that it didn't have that much flavor into it. They don't know how to season food out here.
Wait a minute, I gotta read this. Puerto Rico, your actual land is a great place to live, Jose. Don, the Republica Dominicana is an actual land and a great place to live. Start
Yeah.
glorifying these gringo cities. Excuse me, Parkchester is
I
a
mean, I don't
great
like to,
place.
me if I had a more chance, I'll live in the Dominican Republic.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, well, if I could earn about the same as I earn out here in Puerto Rico, I'll move. Oh yeah,
Mhm,
I think I would. I believe I would.
mhm. Um,
I mean, it's not a perfect place, but
I guess
but yeah, but at least I will
I,
be amongst my own. Mhm.
I guess Denise is wearing her trolling hat tonight.
Her what?
Her one more.
I didn't hear.
I said Denise is wearing her trolling hat.
Ah, the trolling hat. The trolling hat. Okay.
It says, "Be like Ramon." No, I'd rather be like Jose Negron.
Yeah. Oh no, Denny. Jose, he wants to remain in this polar bear temperatures of the north. I mean, having to deal with blizzards and shoveling snow and the like. That's what he likes. I could never get used to that. I could never.
First of all, we haven't had a decent. We haven't had winter in years. We had
Yeah,
maybe like a
sure.
light dusting of snow. We might see like a mousy here and there. But we don't have. But we don't
I'm
have a
mousy.
rat.
I'm mousy. I'm mousy. Rats that fight people because they're so big. I mean, you're telling me this. I'm mousy. Uh huh.
How come I'm not going to see? I've not seen one mouse in Parkchester.
No.
You ain't looking
Oh, I'm
like
sure
okay,
you are.
Jose. All right, I'm gonna clarify that. It depends on what time you sleep at because, like, okay, you know when you get out of the train in Parkchester, right?
Yeah.
All right, you know the gated where where it's across the sea town and everything like that.
Uh-huh.
All right, like say if you're coming out of let's just say anywhere and it's like 3 o'clock or anything like that.
Yeah.
I'm saying 3 o'clock in the morning. You will see like maybe 20 rats around there. I kid you not.
Oh,
I
oh,
mean,
that's
yeah.
scary. That's the plague. You have the rat plague of the Europe up in New York. Ugh.
Oh,
I mean, not all parts of New York, but it's like like certain people, like say it depends on how deep you live, like in Jose's neighborhood.
Mhm.
Like they will not go there, but it's like in the train station, like like where the food is at. The rats, they ain't gonna show like at midday or anything like that. They're gonna show like around 12 till like maybe 5 in the morning. I'm telling you
Mhm.
because I've seen it
Mhm.
and I
oh,
used to
wait a
live
minute.
around.
Wait a minute. I gotta read this. We will send a Rican priest to exorcise the gringo out of you, Jose. A gringo has possessed you.
Mhm. Mhm. No, and dealing with those rats near the restaurant that steal people's slices of pizza and all. I don't know. That's too scary. I'm trying to eat a slice of pizza at a pizza parlor and a rat steals it from me. Nah, I can
Oh
deal with
come,
that.
oh come on. We don't have a rat problem. We might have a little a mousy problem, but not a rat problem.
Nah, nah, nah,
Nah,
nah.
but nah, but it's like the rats. They're just near their own train station. They don't really go. They don't really go anywhere else.
Hmm. Yeah.
Okay. Well, anyway, let's talk about another person who's biracial, which is our
Hmm.
current Vice President Kamala Harris. Now I know that she has the brain matter of a wet mop, and she's not very all that intelligent. But she is another biracial person. But most biracial and multiracial people are reasonably intelligent.
Hmm. Yeah. 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 The thing is that the thing with Kamala is that, oh, boy, we don't have to go over all of that because we know what is being said about her as to how she became successful, what she did to become successful, who she paired up with back in the day that put her in a position to succeed and all of that. That's a different story, but yeah, yeah. I mean, well, she identifies with being Asian when it suits her. She identifies with being black when it suits her. Uh, it's like whatever. I mean, I have
Well,
seen the pictures of her parents and her dad. He's obviously mixed.
okay. I want to encourage anybody if they're biracial or multiracial, please, please join the panel. What I will do is I will drop the link again because one of the reasons why you know that we actually have this topic because hopefully that we'll have people from the biracial, multiracial community to share their experiences. I mean, I can read articles and whatnot, but it's not the same
Hmm.
thing.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. If any of you that are watching out there, come on up. I mean, let your voice be heard.
Yes, because because we want to hear what your own personal experiences. I
Yeah.
mean, because I mean, unfortunately, we can only speculate on what
Hmm.
they actually went through, but they actually had those experiences, and they could share with us, you know, what they went through. I mean, and some of them are raised by single parents. So what's happened is when you have a biracial offspring and they're raised by a single parent, what's going to happen is they're going to downplay any influences that the absent parent has as far as ethnicity.
Yeah, it tends to be kind of like that. I mean, they don't, they might not, they might not acknowledge the other parent if they're not there. It happens. But it kind of affect that child's identity. I mean, because they don't know their whole selves. I can only imagine. I can only imagine how difficult it must be for them.
Yeah, I agree. That's why I was hoping that some of the biracial, multiracial community would come up to share their own experiences. Um,
Yeah, yeah, we want to hear from you.
yeah, I mean, particularly, because we came across people like Golden Goddess, multiracial, Blazing King, Hazel, um, the Diao Show. Um,
Hmm.
I mean, there's. I mean, in fact, I actually spoke to a biracial person from France
Hmm. Hmm.
that appear on Gold on Gigi's platform. So
Hmm.
it would have been nice to have these people come to express their point of view. But
Right.
unfortunately, I don't want to speculate on the why, because that'd be like taking a side.
Yeah. 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 Let them figure that out and express it publicly if they choose. That's to them.
Yes,
Hmm.
because in all fairness, I did say that I did offer them an opportunity to share their views and to share their own life experiences. Um, if they choose not to, I mean,
Yeah.
it is to their detriment. But to each one's own.
No, no, not necessarily the detriment. It's just that I guess there's something that they need to keep it to themselves. So we're gonna respect that.
And you know
Hmm.
what? And that's perfectly fine. Now, I do want to acknowledge the fact that 8 people are currently like this stream,
Hmm.
and actually, I have reached 110 subs.
You're doing good. You're doing good. It's baby steps, but you're doing good. I mean, it's gonna take. I don't know how many years it will take me to reach that. I know that there is work that has to be put in it, and I don't want to pay for it because I know that one can purchase subscribers. I don't want to do that. I want it to be organic. If my channels are to grow, I want it to be like real. I want it to be more on an organic in an organic manner.
And you know what? I don't. First of all, my understanding is YouTube discourages such activity as such, and it's kind of like cheating when you buy
It
subs.
is. It is.
And one thing I noticed that lately, over 30% of the people that's viewing my content are subscribers.
Hmm. Yeah. So most people that watch you don't don't subscribe or comment or anything.
Yeah. But lately, I have to delete a couple of comments because there have been inappropriate comments um,
Yeah.
appearing on my channel. I
Yeah.
mean,
Those come out. They just want to be disrespectful.
yeah,
There are those types.
yeah. But I did appreciate the fact that yesterday I was able to spend some time with Don Armando.
Mm-hmm. All right. That's good.
And actually, we had a quite a long discussion. In fact, he learned a little bit more about me, and I learned a little bit more about him. Don Armando, would you like to share your observation?
Yes, I mean, I could actually say that Don Jose is actually a famous man, and he's very educated. So a lot of the stuff that he actually talks about, you could tell that he actually been in the professional field for a lot of years. I'll say 30 plus years.
Mm-hmm.
And what a lot of people, they if you need somebody to have like a certain knowledge about certain things, Don Jose is the right guy for it.
Yeah.
And me and him, I could actually say it was great breaking bread with him.
Hmm. That's good.
Yeah, yeah, I really did appreciate that, and it just make me appreciate Don Armando more, and it just find it bizarre how people are talking crap about him, like he's another like another Corriente and whatever,
Hmm.
and a fake Dominican, and on and on and on. And it's like, what is the whole point? Just to simply say, "Gotcha." I mean,
No,
it's
no, it's like this. And I've just been thinking about it for like a couple of months right now. But it's like I go against what their narrative says of I go like my existence to goes against everything they have learned or everything that they have thought about themselves. So me saying that I'm a Dominican, they can't stomach that. They'll have to go. You have certain people that will accept it, certain people that will try to prove you wrong, and you have certain people who will try to use the Hispanic thing, but yet when they try to use the Hispanic version of it, but yet you have certain other groups who actually immigrated to the Dominican Republic from Europe, they will try to accept them before they accept the person of my skin color.
and that I find to be very bizarre, in my
Now
opinion.
it just you have certain people that that they're like that.
Okay,
And
that
then
sound like Spain worshippers.
I mean, it goes beyond Spain worshipers because it's like you have certain people who are indoctrinated for how long, right? And then
Hmm.
through here they make it better too. So therefore, since some of these people are bored and everything, they want to either blame black people for their downfall, wherever the case may be, or if they're not really producing in life and everything like that, they just want to gang up and hate on other creators that are actually maybe more educated and more attractive than they are. So therefore, they'll try to make anything so they could try to discredit their channel or any of the facts. Like if a Hispanic and a black person they get together, they try to hate on that because they have nothing going for themselves.
Hmm. Yeah. Oh yeah. Those are the types that they have troll channels that they don't have an avatar even. So you know that that's how insignificant they are. They don't make any content, and they don't try to at least have a dialogue with people, even if they disagree. Because I mean, one can respect disagreement, but just trolling for no real reason. I mean, it comes across very juvenile, like they have to do that to get attention.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. And then it was funny. I was just went up and I just wrote a topic like on my Reddit channel. Like it was a Dominican group. The next thing you know, I got kicked out. I was like, I was just laughing.
Wait, what? What? You Dominican? You try to get into a Dominican group and they don't want you there?
Nah, because I just went up and I was like, okay, what about the Hispanistas, right? And they got mad and they kicked me out. I was
Oh,
like, Saint worshippers. It
oh,
was funny. It was actually funny. That's all I got to say.
oh. Well, oh, whatever. I mean,
You know,
let them be like that. Hmm.
yeah. Well, it's funny because on Wednesday stream, the topic is going to be how to avoid certain YouTube creators. Good evening, Kafik. Now, how you doing today? Okay. If you want, you can join the panel and you can express your point of view. Okay. Yeah. So, and I hate to say that. You know who do? Okay, I see you're about to have dinner. Uh, and you know what? You know what was the inspiration behind that? It's thanks to a certain individual who will remain nameless.
Hmm. Hmm.
Yeah, but you know what? But I think there's also I hate to say this, but I think there's also a certain level of jealousy as well because my channel is slowly growing. And actually, if you take a look at my analytics, not only am I getting the millennials and the Gen Z people,
Hmm.
now I'm getting Generation X and some baby boomers and some people in the mid 40s.
Yeah. Yeah. That's good.
Yeah,
That's good. Having a wide range of people.
yeah, which I find, you know,
But
and I find that to be very gratifying. I also find to be gratifying that there's currently 9 people watching the stream, and I'm gonna say it again. Um, you're more than welcome to enter hit the link and enter the panel. And if you have a disagreement, you want to state why you disagree with what we're saying, just it's fine. Just be respectful, and it's all good.
yeah.
Now, Donna, my understanding, you're gonna have another stream. What, this Friday night?
Yeah, but the thing is though, I'm trying to make it. It's not going to be any on the topics. I'm trying to get like two friends that I know
Okay,
within the Dominican urban movement. So therefore, I could actually get like So actually, they could tell their stories of what they went through and everything like that. Because in the Dominican urban movement now, there's a lot of people that don't know the history of the movement, nor they don't know what people did. So therefore, my I'm trying to do that. So therefore, since I've been in the Dominican urban movement for some time right now, I would like to get the histories of artists, producers, what they went through, personal trials, etc., to get and tell the youngins where they got at today, and maybe they won't repeat the same mistakes, or they can learn from people that been there.
okay, cool.
Yeah.
That sounds very interesting.
Yeah, that's why I'm trying to get my two friends so they could do this right now.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
well, I well, what I would do is like whenever I do a live call-in show, I will send the link to say like about 9 or 10 different people, so they would know about it. Um, and then what I would do is like I will post something in Instagram. This is a reminder. Um, Sometimes that helps, sometimes it doesn't help, but at least there are days where the activities is not going to be so. It's not going to be a great deal. But the important thing is the consistency that you have
Hmm.
to do it on a regular basis. Once you do that, in time, your the numbers of subs will grow.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm looking forward to Denise coming back on YouTube and sharing her perspective.
She will. She will eventually.
Yeah, she will. Amen. So, guys, this is gonna be the final call. I mean, If there are any biracial or multiracial people or anyone else that wants to join the panel, by all means do so. Otherwise, I'm going to stop to wrap this up. I just want to say that I really appreciate all the love and support I've gotten. I can't believe I actually got 110 subs.
Mm-hmm. Oh, believe it. Believe it. It's happening.
Yeah. Well, I said it before and I cannot say it enough. The reason why I have the success, it's because of the supporters.
That's right. That's right.
So, yes, that's why I make it a point of showing my appreciation. Um, I would love to get to the point when I can get to 500 subs because then I'll have my own community tab.
Ah, oh, I see. I see. Yeah. Because I see that other more established content creators have the community tab, and I was looking at my channel, at my page, and where is the community tab? And then I realized that's when I looked into it, and I realized that I have to have a certain amount of subscribers for that. So it's gonna take a while. I know. But it would have been nice. It would have been nice to have like a community tab where I can put a kind of like announcements and let people know things and kind of like kind of like a previous letting somebody know that of a live stream coming up or whatever, or some video that is about to be premiered, that kind of thing. It would have been helpful for that, but yeah, first you already have to have some success for you to get that. So
Yeah.
I guess eventually. Mhm.
Well, that's the reason why you see, I'm active on Facebook and Instagram. So what I would do
Mhm.
is I will post stuff on Facebook and Instagram because I have friends on Facebook. I also have a
Mhm.
few people on Instagram. So that's the reason. So and also I would do like a short video on YouTube and Instagram. Because you do have to create an audience. And of
Yeah.
course, being that I'm in Philadelphia, I'm making a point of letting people know that I have a YouTube channel.
Yep.
So,
All right.
so any further comments regarding the topic?
No. Right now at this time, I believe that um, because of the history, because of how things work here in the States, maybe people that are racially mixed or biracials, they were kind of lumped, they were kind of pushed into one particular recognized race, racial classification here. Um, and maybe they didn't have a chance to develop an identity of their own given their circumstance of their being of their existence, and maybe it is time for them to be able to create their own identity. I mean, this isn't about division, but this is about how somebody having their own choice in being able to develop their own identity. And I don't think there is anything wrong with it. I mean, as long as it is not used as a way to kind of like separating themselves from what is it, because whether mixed can be classified as its own race, I don't know about that. I don't know about that. I'm not the best person to talk about that. But people that are already biracial or multiracial, they should be able to classify themselves as such without being forced into one of the other recognized um, racial labels or classifications that are used here in the States. They should be able to, like I was mentioning, in official documents in places like the United Kingdom, there is the option when it comes to race, there is the option to mark mixed, being racially mixed. But I don't think that that is such a there is such a thing over here. maybe because of the whole one drop rule thing. So yeah, at least in practice, people that are biracial, multiracial should be able to classify themselves as such. If it ever becomes more of a something that is recognized by the government when it comes to official documentation and the like, we will see. We'll
Okay.
see what happens there.
So what we're going to do, since no one from the biracial multiracial community is going to join us, and
Hmm.
no one else has wished to put any more comments, we're going to start to wrap this up. So we're going to take final words. So we're going to start with the newest member of the Golden Sphere, who wants to be buried in snow, that plans to take a dip in the Atlantic Ocean on New Year's Day, that wants to go to Times Square to watch the ball drop in shorts. The introvert Boricua!
Oh, I thought you were talking about yourself, Don Jose. You know that I would never do such a thing. But but first of all, definitely I appreciate you letting me on your panel and to take part on this discussion, even though it might not be something that particularly affects me, because that's kind of like with the difference. I may be racially mixed, but I do come from one culture, and something that we have talked about before is that here somebody who is born from parents that are of different races, but with different races come different points of view, different cultures, different practices. They have those two things, and sometimes it could be difficult for them to be able to have an idea of where to go with it. They can go either way, and that should be respected. Any either way that they want to go, then that can be respected. At least they are recognizing the big one difference between their parents. They are recognizing that, because there might be instances because of pressure, societal pressure, that they might feel forced into identifying with one race disregarding the other, and that's not necessarily fair, because it could show like one is disregarding a whole parent in preference to for the other. It can show up like that. It can be seen like that. So being able to acknowledge both of the parents, then that will be the fair thing to do. So maybe this is a subject that can be touched on a different live later on another discussion, and I look forward to it. And I appreciate you letting me on your panel. I wish we had more people joining us that could that knew what they were talking about, and they could help us learn, because this is about us being able to learn about others. I mean, we all have that right. And so once again, Don Jose, Don Armando on the panel, and people in the chat. Uh, appreciate the opportunity, and everybody have a good one.
Okay,
Thank you.
thank you. Thank you very much, Ramon. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put you in the background, but please don't go away. And now we're going to have, excuse me, Don Armando and his final words.
My final words is that I wish that some biracial people would have came, because from my readings and everything, everybody have a unique experience. And biracial doesn't mean of what the American society dictates, because we have biracial people from all over the world. So it's like we can. I'm sorry that we couldn't get enough people for this chat, but hopefully, if we have this topic again, we will soon.
Okay, well, thank you very much, Don Armando. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put you in the background. Hopefully, you'll be able to stay for the um, um, back session so we can chew the fat. So please don't go away. Now, I'm going to give you my final words. It was disappointing that no one from the biracial or multiracial community did step forward to share their point of view regarding this topic. It would have been nice to actually have gotten their perspective. Um, it is suffice to say that there is a great deal that we need to learn from the biracial and multiracial community, and only they can show us who they really are so we can appreciate them further. I just want to appreciate all the people that appear on the chat. I thank those who appear on the panel. Now we're gonna go live this Wednesday at 8 o'clock, and the topic will be how to avoid certain YouTube creators. So I'm gonna share my personal experiences regarding the type of YouTube creators to avoid and why to avoid. It's not meant to be an attack against anyone. It's just simply a fact that there are certain creators that I prefer not to interact with because if I don't have anything positive to say about these individuals, the best thing is not to say anything at all. So please subscribe, like, and hit the bell notification to all. So therefore, whenever I prepare content, you will have the opportunity to catch it live or watch it on the playback. That being said, uh, this has been another episode of Uncommon Sense. And I just want to say thank you very much. Take care, good night, and peace out.
Be strong.